The coordinates brought us to an uncharted peak. A great mountain rising from the lightless depths, shrouded in mystery. We thought we'd prepared for everything.
This is the USS Salem requesting aid. We have negative rudder control and are taking on water. Our tank mechanisms are unresponsive. Current position is 5-8 tack 5 1 decimal. Oh my God. What is that?
How little we knew. The abyss hides more than ancient ruins and lost history. And our arrival has not gone unnoticed. In deep waters, the smallest ripple can change everything.
What the? Where am I? New orders to find a way out of the cave. Hello everyone and welcome to a first look of a new game made by Slytherin Games, Stirring Abyss. Currently this game is only out in beta form, so the full game hasn't been released yet. So we actually do get to test the game out a little bit and see what they got coming for us, actually. Now this game is, I guess, pretty much a combination of XCOM and 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. So the way this game works is indeed, it kind of has this XCOM setting where we're kind of just moving characters along a map, fighting, well, I guess whatever monsters they're going to throw at us, while we also have to deal with resource management and things like that. At least that's how it looks like to me, because I'm not too sure how things work around here. I have not played the game yet, so that's why it's the first look. Let's see though. Welcome to the Stirring Abyss. You begin the game with one diver under your control. Your first objective is to find a way out of the cave. Move the diver by right-clicking on the tile you wish to move to. Well, I don't see anything though. Divers have action points which determine how much they can accomplish on a single turn. You can spend an action point on movement in one big move or a series of smaller moves, as long as you do not take other actions that use up an action point in the middle of moving. Divers normally start a turn with 2 action points. You can see action points as orange ovals under the diver portrait. Here 1, 2. At the top left of the screen or under the small portrait next to the diver. Not sure where that is though, because this is the diver portrait, or under the small portrait next to the diver. I don't see a small portrait, but we'll see. A half oval is an action point currently in use for movement. Oh, here we are. Okay. So this is Ensign Malcolm Murphy. Alright. Oh yeah, so this is the small icon. I guess we can move like this then, with right click. And then I guess if we go into this area, that will be the second action point, because it looks like a different piece of movement point right there. Guess this might be the best way to go. Eldritch activity, okay. Control the camera by moving the mouse to screen edges like this, or by holding down the middle mouse button and dragging. Okay, fair enough. I can investigate this object, except I probably need to move towards it first. So let's do it. Ensign Murphy swears under his breath. A corpse, sorry. Of all the caves in the ocean, there's a corpse in this one. That can be a good omen. Though the uniform is old and the years have taken their toll, it's clear that the deceased sailor was of an extremely high rank, not a man who would unceremoniously be buried at sea under normal circumstances. Mutiny, perhaps, or battle? There are no answers here. All Murphy knows is that he would rather avoid suffering whatever gruesome fate claimed the man. Lowering his head in respect for a fellow sailor, he moves on. We get +6 clues. Use to gain access to various upgrades for your crew on the Enigma board. Not sure what that is yet. And to unlock other secrets of the depths. Okay. Well, there's nothing more to research here, so let's just move on. I think that sack is from the Salem. I should check it out. You probably should. Items. You found your first item, a spear gun. Divers can normally carry 2 items at a time. Take the spear gun with you by right-clicking it or dragging it out of the container into one of the item slots on the right side of your action bar. I guess this is the action bar. Most items cost action points to use. The spear gun, for example, costs a minimum of 1 action point and uses up all extra points for increased accuracy. Loading another spear also takes 1 action, so plan your actions carefully. Okay, well, sure. Seems like there's something there. Whoa, that's a big jellyfish. Maybe I can get around it somehow. Maybe you could, but maybe we can also just attack it. So I've -15 accuracy. It was probably because this thing is in the way. Prepare to fire a spear gun as the first enemy to step into the target area of the enemy turn. No. Can I take it away? Yeah, okay. So technically, well, they're gonna attack me if I move like that, I guess. Seems like they have some kind of tentacle. The weapon, sharp knife. I could use the knife as well. If I move up here, might actually be easier to use the gun. This is higher accuracy. Bam. You've entered combat. To use the spear gun, click on it on your action bar. I already did that. Then click on the target you wish to fire at. You can also use a melee attack that costs 1 action point, but you'll have to be next to your target. If you choose to use a spear gun, use your shots wisely. If possible, make sure nothing is blocking your view. When targeting, objects that are on the way will be clearly marked, like in this case it was that thing. Be aware if there are friendly divers in the target area, you may hit them. Okay, so if I just... I can actually inspect that as well. Let's just move up here. Let's see if inspecting it does cost an action point. The broken jellyfish lies deflated at his feet. Tiny electric discharges still visible within the pale membrane. Murphy is no expert on these creatures, but he knows they don't use electricity to hunt or defend themselves. An entirely new species of Scyphozoa? In a different context, this would be a great biological discovery. But right now, it's only putting him more on the edge, yeah. 5 more clues. Okay, well, fair enough. Let's reload it. That ends my turn. And means I get to move further ahead again. I'll try just to move or to use only 1 action point for the first movement. So then I have a complete action point afterwards as well. It seems like there's another guy. Let's hit him up. Navigating the gloomy cavern, Ensign Murphy comes to an abrupt stop. A motionless figure lays hunched against the rock wall, clad in one of the expedition diving suits. He's not alone. Rushing to the side of his fallen comrade, Murphy is relieved to see a small burst of bubbles escaping the exhaust fan of the suit. Out cold perhaps, but breathing. This is Ensign Murphy. Can you hear me? He can only hope the radio transceivers on both suits are still functional. The moment of silence feels immeasurably long until a faint reply echoes inside his helmet. I'm here, copy. I mean... It's Able Seaman Shaw, groggy and confused just as he himself was upon coming to. What's going on? Where am I? Not a lot of answers as of yet. Able Seaman, it's just Able Seaman Murphy, Able Seaman Shaw, replies, forcing calmness and confidence into his voice. Get up and check your gear. We have a lot to do. They're all Able Seamen. Although he's of a different rank, apparently. He's an ensign and he's an Able Seaman, huh? That's weird. So what's the plan? How are we getting out of this one, Ensign? First things first, we have to find the Salem, and quickly. I guess you would, yeah. Yes, sir. No time to waste. Sweet. You found a second member of the expedition crew and are now controlling both divers. You can switch between divers by clicking on their portrait on the top left of the screen, or by clicking on their model. Your divers also have skills to help them survive the abyss. Mouse over the skills icon on the action bar to learn their function. More skills are gained as divers level up and progress through the game. So, for example, this Ensign Malcolm here has the knife and a defensive posture. Take protective stance, shielding vital organs and vulnerable parts of the diving suit. Grants a temporary damage shield that absorbs damage. He's a weapons specialist, eager to try a spear gun on a real target. Active, deliberating spear. A careful aimed shot that hits each target in its path, disorienting them and dealing 17 to 20. Can deal critical, requires spear gun. So it does less damage, but goes through enemy units, hitting each target instead of, I think, just one. Okay. It costs all action points. And you also have defensive and a knife. He has spotter, making them weaker. And restores an action point for the one that deals a finishing blow if I use this. And these guys have an air tank. Okay, allows them to fill their air reserves. So they all have air, and then each turn it uses up one air. So they have a maximum certain amount. Now this guy, he can place an air tank. Okay. Fair enough. Let's get going. Doesn't seem to be anything we can research over here anyway at this stage. Yeah, we don't need to use all of it in one go. And there are apparently more jellyfish. Let's take a defensive stance. No action points. I'll cost an entire action point. Okay. Let's move back. Uh-oh. Okay. Phew. He didn't immediately come to slaughter me. Well then, let's get these guy out of there. Let's try to use the spear gun again. So, it's not the greatest target, but I can still try. He's not in range, so... well, sucks. Knife deals more damage with him, so it might actually be worthwhile to go for it. Just cost one action point. I can just get near the guy and then use the knife. Ha. How many of them can there be? Well, he's gonna hit me probably. Or not? Okay. Well, I don't mind that. I guess. Decreasing their armor and defense. So I can just use this ability. Expose weakness. And then still attack him. And then I'll get an action point back. Yeah, shocking conclusion indeed. Okay, let's remove that. And let's see if there are any other monsters in there before I proceed. Okay, it seems to be fine, so... Not gonna overcommit. I did kill 2 jellyfish, that's pretty good. Oh. Alright, so there does seem to be some other stuff like sanity, strength, agility, insight, endurance. Oh, we don't know anything about those things yet. They might explain still. And let's take a look whether there's still something else around here. Doesn't seem to be the case. So let's go back because this is the cavern exit. New orders. Gather scrap metal for repairs. I'm out. This must be the ocean floor. Anything interesting or useful around? He's in the cave though. There's some scrap metal here. Should grab it just in case. Yeah, you should. Oh, there's light just north of me. I think it's the Salem. Sweet. That's what I want to hear. I'm right behind you. Sure, but you're still in the cave, though. Let's move in here. Don't want to encounter any more jellyfish if I can deal with it. Gather copper. Okay, let's get you out. Easy enough so far. luckily. I should actually realign the spear gun as well. Let's get that copper. Go on. And you don't have any action points. Let's move in this direction. Let's see if there's something there. Nothing, huh? Alright, well, I'm happy things are going okay. I have plenty of air. It's not a problem. And I have the extra air tank as well. Let's get out of here. Salem anchor. Carefully ascending the sturdy anchor chain, Shaw reaches the airlock contraption at the con. The mechanism opens with ease, just like in training. He can't wait to be inside and shed this damned suit. The conning tower is a mess, with miscellaneous equipment strewn haphazardly all around the small room. First things first, though, the control room. The able seaman kneels next to the hatch and pulls. The heavy steel door gives way with a tortured creak, revealing an almost still surface of dark water. The ship is flooded. Panic rears its head within Shaw. The Salem is their only way home, his only hope of seeing his family again. If it is too badly damaged to move, or even focus. The sub is floating, which means there's plenty of air inside it somewhere. All they need to do is pump the water out of the flooded sections and get the equipment in the control room operational. He's not going down without a fight. Mission complete. One of your divers is running low on air. When divers have 7 or less turns of air left, they start suffering from hypoxia, which drains small amounts of sanity. That's what the sanity is for, I guess, then. Running out completely deals heavy damage. Running out completely deals heavy damage each turn. You can refill air by using an air tank or finding and using an air vent on the sea floor. In an emergency, you can also evacuate divers before the mission is completed. Okay. Let's get you out of there. And I guess that would be first mission success. Top secret. Really? Getting back to the sub is top secret? I wouldn't think so. Something weird actually with that mouse there. Oh well. Yeah, this looks exactly like XCOM actually. Definitely does look like XCOM here, except that we have a submarine instead of a base. Submarine 1 out of 3. USS Salem is your base of operations through Stirring Abyss. As you progress through the game, you can use power and other resources to restore functionality to the Salem. For example, to unlock the ability to heal injured crew members. You'll need to pump the flooded control room to access other rooms. Click the drop symbol in the room to pump it. Pumping costs power, which replenishes during missions. You will also need some scrap and copper to repair the control room. The Salem also has an inventory that contains crucial supplies. Drag items out of the inventory and into divers' inventories to take them with you. Diver inventories can be accessed beneath their porches at the top of the screen. Sure, so we need to flood it, costs 8 out of 15 power, and we'll get chemicals. Yeah. You've recovered resource and equipment. Control room is no longer flooded. However, some of the critical systems in the room have been damaged and must be repaired before it can be used. Mouse over the room to see its repair cost and click the repair icon to restore its functionality. Conveniently, that's 5 scrap metal and 3 copper, like we just got, pretty much. And then also very conveniently, we don't have enough power to pump the other rooms. What a coincidence. The great machine comes alive slowly. Machinery still locked behind flooded sections, responding to the call of the control room. The hum and vibration of the engines brings hope, but not as much as the blinking light on the radio panel. The emergency beacon locator. Tens of diving suits, each filled with a transmitter, are missing from their storage. Only one signal is active right now, but perhaps the others are just out of range or temporarily disabled. After the difficult repairs and the haunting emptiness they found on the Salem, it feels good to have a clear way forward. Much remains to be done aboard the ship. Most functions are completely offline, and the rest is held together by the power of duct tape and positive thinking. To make things more difficult, the wiring manual in the control room maintenance cabinet has escaped its waterproof casing. A wiring manual, huh? The old girl's going to need some serious dry dock time when they get home. Yeah, I guess they kind of do. There's a control room. Just one more wire, and there we go. The radio array is up and running. Well, that's good. We've got a signal. We'll have to move the ship, but it's not far. The old girl can limp that distance even in this shape. Huh. So, conning tower doesn't do anything, but then the control room enables the use of the nautical charge to launch new missions, so we kind of needed that. Officers' quarters allows the use of the Enigma board. The valve room is a convertible section. I don't know what that means. And the crew's mess allows us to use supplies to heal crew members on board the Salem. We don't have any supplies. Mess and quarters functions. Okay. Fair enough. I guess this is something new, so we can slap those things on there. A shrapnel charge. Throw a charge that will explode. Okay, and a med kit. That's probably useful. And then we'll also get the shrapnel charge. I guess we'll leave the flares for now. Can't use the Enigma board because we don't have the officers' quarters. We have to search for missing crew members, right? So let's launch a new mission then. Do I get the choice of where to go? Can travel to completed missions. Okay, so each mission is just like, it seems to be like linear or something. Maybe there will be side branches as well later on, but yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I do think this is a pretty nifty game out here, actually. I do think it's very interesting. I really like XCOM as well, and this game is very similar, so I'm really enjoying myself, actually. Find out what happened to the rest of the crew. The signal is coming from somewhere nearby. I don't want to be out there either, but the others need us. Yeah, kind of do. Yes, sir. Duty calls. Let's bring them home. Maybe see the eye opening. Keep an eye out for the wiring manual as well. Without it, we're in a real pickle. I could do with some pickles right now. Crew classes. Divers come in 3 different classes. Officers, seamen, or crewmen, not seamen, and scientists. Each class has access to different skills and different strengths and weaknesses in combat. Crewmen are melee oriented and will often be found in the thick of battle, while officers and scientists have more access to ranged and support skills. He is a ensign, and he's an able seaman. I guess then he's like he's a melee unit, and he's more of a support unit potentially, or a ranged battler or something like that. Anyway, let's we have to find out what happened to the crew, and an optional use the sonar to find missing crew members. I guess that was like here. Beware the red blips. Click me. Oh. Okay, objective, air vent, friendly, hostile, salvage. Okay, fair enough. Amplify your sonar for a short period of time to gain valuable information about nearby threats. Sure. So, I guess that the objective is that way. So we should be able to go in that direction. It does not really seem like there's a whole lot down here. But let's just take a look anyway. Yeah, there is not. Okay. And there don't seem to be any enemies around, at least while using the sonar. So I might indeed just as well try to move as far as possible here. There's some scrap panels, so at least that's nice. Should be able to get it. And since that is the direction that we need to go to, with some enemies apparently, I actually might be better off going somewhere else. So the triangle is an air vent. So we are, okay, there's air remaining in air vents as well, so we don't really need to worry. We can actually get it from any location. Doesn't really seem like the enemies come closer. So as always in these kind of games, I usually always go in the opposite direction first, because there might be some stuff laying around that I want to gather. And, okay, submarine skills. Submarine skills are available in the top right part of the screen. You do not require a diver to operate them. They are used during missions to provide support for your away team. Okay. Well, I do think that the maps are probably finite. I mean, I don't think it would actually go all the way out. So, at least as far as I'm aware. The searchlight submarine skill and the flares items can be used to scout ahead in fog of war, yeah. I'm totally going into the opposite direction of where I need to go, but I don't really care. Okay. Can I reach up there, actually? I wonder. It probably takes a bit of effort to get up there. I really don't know whether it's okay to be doing this. How much do I have? 15. Maybe I should be trying to get back to that thing. Get to the air vent. Or let's use their sonar. So it doesn't really reveal a whole lot, except that the objective is to go to the north. It doesn't even reveal anything like scrap or anything. So maybe let's just go back for now and actually get to the objective. Yeah. Because, okay, scouting ahead. Repairing the control room has unlocked 2 submarine skills that will help you find mission objectives and identify and potentially avoid threats. The sonar shows you the direction of the current objective signal as well as nearby air vents. Using a submarine skill to amplify the sonar signal will cause the sonar to also highlight potential threats. You can convert a pattern sequencer on the Salem to also see nearby salvage in the sonar when it's amplified. The searchlight can be used to temporarily reveal an area. If your sonar detects enemies nearby, it can be a good idea to use the searchlight to get the lay of the land and help you decide on the best strategy. Sure, I agree. And okay, so let's get to that air vent and get some of that air. I guess it takes an action or something. Or you can't use it for now. I don't really understand why not. Let's end the turn. I can't use it. Do I have to be on the other side? I mean, I can go there. I cannot go back to the USS Salem. Why can you not use the air vents? I'm very confused. Oh, okay, now he did use it. Okay. Okay, sweet. Well, we know there's enemies there, so let's just use the searchlight on, I guess, this area here. Okay, there is an object. Let's just go and take a look then. I mean, I guess the enemies might be gone? Or not? I guess not. Let's check out the thing. The ghastly bones have been picked clean, some previously unknown species of archaic human or another type of mutant. Upon closer inspection, the misshapen skull has distinctly unnatural look to it, as if it had bulged and deformed suddenly and traumatically rather than having grown that way. That is very interesting. There's probably nothing here. No. There's an enemy. It's moving away. A lurking shadow. It's only jellyfish. Come on, man. Don't be a coward. How much do you have? 18. Yeah, that's fine. So I should be able to relatively easily dispose of him, maybe. Well, you don't have a gun, though. So moving in there, I can actually attack it, though, if I go in here and then use the knife. 81%. Sweet. And stay down, you freak of evolution. Yeah, that sucks. Okay, there was a second one. And a third one. Wow. But it couldn't attack. Okay, so... Stab. Stab. I could miss, but that actually went pretty well. Sweet. Let's actually explore this area then. There were only 2 enemies first. I guess there were now 3. So I guess the way it would have worked probably is that you would have to go around that area anyway. There might still be some scrap out there, but without the ability to refuel. Oh, there is an air vent here. Okay. How much air are you at? 16. So what I can then do is just go in here, get some air at the air vent, and then still explore that area. There are probably no enemies there, so I don't think I have to be too afraid. Okay, that was something weird. Look, I don't care how deep we are. That definitely is not normal. No, it is not. Whatever it is, it doesn't seem fond of our lights. I might be able to put that to good use. Maybe we can use it to keep the hell away from us. Okay, let's just at least try to deal with it together. And then also, if I use the searchlight, let's see what that does. I have to go into the hole, but like you used up all your action points. It has 40 health, so that is actually quite a lot. And there's also something that is unknown. Let's just be on the defensive for now and see what they do. We have some lights. They might just try to flee from it. Okay, well. If... Basically, what I could do... Move in here. Enemy and Stirring Abyss each have unique strengths and weaknesses. Learn what they are and how to exploit them to succeed. Choose your actions wisely and make use of skills and items to defeat your enemies or to run from them. I'm not that much of running away kind of person. That's minus 34. Really, moving in there takes one too many, but it seems like going here doesn't. I can attack from the side. I know there's another creature there, but I cannot kill it, so I'd rather try to stab him. And of course he misses. Haha. Disoriented enemies cannot attack or use their abilities for their next turn. They wander around aimlessly and suffer a penalty to their defense. Damage taken while disoriented has a chance to break the effect early. Well. Let's try to expose weakness. Then stab him. Then use Seaman Shaw to move up and try to stab him again. Ha, and then with his remaining action point, I can inspect the corpse. Can I? Or not? I seem to not be able to. Let's get the spear gun then. Okay, can you inspect a corpse? The gaunt corpse is unlike anything Shaw has seen before. Features common to deep sea animals mixed with a frame that is far closer to human than he would care to admit. The size of its eyes explains why the strange beast was so averse to the light of their suit lamps. Compared to the near-perfect darkness of its home, the fluorescent bulbs must have seemed like staring into the sun. The arms, weak and decrepit as they are, don't appear to see much use. The simple conclusion is that the spines the creature propelled must be its primary defense, as well as a hunting strategy. The simple clothing also implies the use of advanced tools. Shaw can't help but feel that there's more to these spine skulkers that meets the eye. Maybe. Let's shoot that thing from afar. Okay. It might be a bomb of some sort. Let's stab it. That can't be right. Yeah, I figured as much. Indeed. Okay. Like I said, you know, it's probably a bomb of sorts. Oh, I have to put the knife away. Splayed open, all that remains of the once bulging pod are the shreds of a thin but tough shell strung between supporting spines. The pressures inside the bizarre coral-like husk must have been immense, a quirk of evolution previously unknown to science. Or the consequence of some unnatural force? Yeah, well, that was obvious. But of course I still fell for it. Okay, there's this. Nothing else. I probably still have time to go all the way down here. Might find me some scrap or something. I don't really expect to find any enemies here. But there is a bulging pod again. I should probably keep my distance and then try to shoot it. That would probably be the best approach. So I didn't take the damage this time, so that's pretty good. Let's move. I do think he has plenty of time to still get to an air pod. Probably. Let's have this guy take the lead now. There's another pod. Can you reach that far? Yeah, you can. The stuff seems to be spreading pretty far. Actually. And I'm actually quite a bit further than I was supposed to go. But... ah, there's some treasure there. Yeah. Sweet. Yeah, let's move it to the sub inventory. Very nice. I had some copper, so it was definitely worth checking that out. And now I should spearhead back to the air vent because they're at 10. Yeah, I can get there before 7, I think. If they go as fast as possible. Oh, this actually stops the movement. Okay. Fair enough. Run! And you over here. It's a bit of a shame you cannot skip the animation, but oh well. Because I certainly wouldn't mind that right now. Let's get that air and get the hell out of here, or at least inside that structure. And alright, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna end the video here. I have been playing for quite a while now, so you know, I do hope to see you in the next episode where we will be exploring that there dungeon over here. Thanks for watching this first this first look of this game. I'm actually having fun. I actually quite like the game. It's definitely something new, and yeah, I think it looks great already. Either way, thanks for watching. Take care. If you liked the video, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. See you then. Bye-bye.